Hi, my name is Joe Polyak with Keller Williams Real Estate. I'm here again with Roger Heighton of Farmers Insurance, and we're doing part 3 in our insurance and real estate series. And today we're going to talk about, I think, a pretty important topic. This is something that, if you're a first-time home buyer, I think is, or thinking about buying your first home, is a good video for you to watch. And what often happens with me is a situation, well, not necessarily with me, but at least that I hear, because I prep my clients a little bit, in advance. But oftentimes what I hear people say is that they buy a house, they write an offer, a contract is accepted, they're in escrow, and then the escrow officer or lender or whoever asks, okay, who are you going with as far as insurance, homeowners insurance? And the client says, what? What do you mean? I want to talk about that process. Sure. And how insurance fits in the closing process, where it goes, and what the process looks like.
Sure. Thanks for inviting me back today, Joe.
Of course, yeah.
I know that as a realtor, a successful realtor with Keller Williams, you're very good at keeping your clients up to date and setting their expectations, when they purchase a property, about what to expect and what to do. And so whenever I have the opportunity, me and my staff, to work with your clients, we try to also set those same expectations to know what to expect to make that process easy for them, or easier, when they're purchasing a home. And so what often comes up is all of a sudden they find out, first-time home buyer, and sometimes even if they've already owned a home for a while, they forget the process. Okay, I'm buying a home. What do I do now? Where does insurance fit in? Why do I need it? Well, as you know, when a person goes to buy a home, usually there's a mortgage on it, and the lender is normally going to require insurance, right, as part of the purchase.
Yes.
And so at some point, your client is going to have to talk to an insurance company and get home insurance in place. And so as part of that process, the first thing is they have to identify somebody to work with. The next thing they need to do is come to agreement on how much coverage they want for the home. How much of is that home going to be insured for? What the price for that coverage is going to be. Okay. And then the next step is, once they've decided what they want to do for their home insurance, this needs to be communicated with the lender and the escrow company. Okay.
Okay.
And where a good insurance agent can make a difference, and this is important for everybody out here, is a good insurance agent, once you've made that decision on the coverage you want, your insurance agent should take that worry off of your hands and take care of everything for you from there. And what I mean by that, Joe, is that rather than your client, having to coordinate these different things, a really good insurance agent is going to say to you, Joe, you know what? Great, we've agreed on what you're going to do for this home insurance now, so I'll tell you what, give me the name of your lender or your escrow company, or better yet, I'll get it from your realtor, and then we'll reach out to them and we'll make sure everything's in place. Okay? Taking all that worry off of your shoulders, because you're going through loan closing documents and appraisals and inspections and everything else. And so what we do as part of that process then is we'll reach out to the escrow company and your lender. We'll say, look, we spoke with Joe Polyak, the client here. He's decided to go with us for their home insurance. And so whenever you're ready, Mr. Lender or Miss Escrow Company, we're ready to provide the insurance that you need. Okay? And as part of that, during the purchase, the cost of that home insurance is paid through the closing process to the insurance company. So you, the purchaser, doesn't have to come up with separate funds.
Got it.
And so all of this is coordinated in the background, and it makes that process easier for you. As you probably know, and I'm sure you've shared with your clients, or at least their lender has, when you go to buy a home, normally the lender is going to require that the insurance be paid in full for the first year up front. Okay? And after the first year, at that point, the lender normally doesn't care. But the first year, they want the entire premium paid up front. And whatever you as the purchaser now has agreed upon for the purchase price, that's simply included in the escrow closing costs. Okay, so when they come into their escrow company and sign all their papers and they write out 10 different checks, one of those payments is for the insurance, and then that's simply turned around and forwarded to the insurance company. So a good insurance agent is going to help make this process, as they say, less very smooth for you, so that you don't have to get involved. Basically, you decide who you're going to handle your insurance with, and they'll take care of the process from there.
Perfect.
Okay, so we work with them and you just to make it go quickly.
Yeah, perfect. So it sounds like you really make the process a lot easier and just a lot less hectic. It's a very hectic process. The closing escrow, they have to give the lenders 1 million docs.
Exactly.
They have to do walkthrough. Sometimes, a lot of times, they want to interview contractors and painters and do all this so that at close of escrow they can do a complete remodel or small remodels, and then all that stuff put together plus insurance and everything. That's what I like to say a lot to my clients is that, for example, like I said, I specialize a lot in probate and trust sales.
Right.
And so they have a lot going on.
Exactly.
Everything related to attorneys and everything, and I come in and just make the real estate portion at least pretty turnkey.
Right.
Give me the keys, I turn it,
Right.
bring them offers, and then it's
Right.
done. And you kind of do the same thing with first-time home buyers when they're going with the insurance. Well,
Exactly.
any good insurance agent would, but
any good insurance agent. Thank you very much. And that's why I like working with your clients, because you do this work of setting these expectations for them,
Yes.
and so they're not surprised by things. And that's why, again, it's always a pleasure to work with your clients, or even just talk to them to help them through this process and set their expectations.
Likewise, I love working with you as well, and my clients have nothing but good things to say about you.
Thanks.
And so I have a bunch of other questions.
Sure.
But we're going to
next time, right? Next time.
Video.
Thank you.
So again, thanks so much. My name is Joe Polyak with Keller Williams Real Estate.
Thank you.
This is Roger Heighton with Farmers Insurance. Thanks so much for tuning in. And again, if you have any real estate related questions, you can contact me. My contact info is probably everywhere plastered wherever you're watching this video. Same thing with Roger's, but if you for some reason don't have it, you can contact me and I'll give it to you. And thanks again.
Thank you.